Okay. My 5-year-old nonverbal child is in kindergarten. We have decided to only go to school 3 hours a week during distance learning and to use the rest of the time to maximize ABA and speech. The issue we are having with the school is that they are making an attempt to teach a concept, and if he doesn't get it, they just move on to the next concept. We tried talking to them about this, and they said they can't modify the curriculum for him and that it is our fault because we haven't given him enough hours. First, doesn't IDEA stipulate something about modifying the curriculum? My child is not in school so that he can have medically necessary treatments. Does that give them the right to just teach over him and force him to never learn the goals he has in his IEP? I am in Louisiana. What words would I need to say in an email to get them to teach, assess, reteach, and reassess before moving on to another goal?
Well, you're not going to get that if you're opting out of most of their program. They're never going to cooperate with you.
So can I ask then, because I actually had an opportunity to talk to this parent. So I would think, Bonnie, that they would say, we're not going to get to all of the goals in the IEP, but I'm concerned about she is having the child go 3 hours a week and that they are not even attempting. They throw a concept at him and he doesn't get it. And then they move on to the next concept. It's like those 3 hours are like torture.
Right, but the district knows that that parent's never going to be able to make a successful case doing 3 hours a week. What she needs to do is have an IEP and work out a schedule with them. She has to at least try to cooperate with them and try to argue for and get in place a modified distance learning program. And she's right that the district has an obligation to modify curriculum, accommodate and modify curriculum. But I'm just being very practical on this one. If you're only doing 3 hours a week, what are you getting out of it anyway? Wouldn't you be better off just opting out totally or doing an independent study or home hospital or homeschool? I don't really see the value in 3 hours a week. If you want to set up a case against the district, that's certainly not going to work.
And I don't think she wants a case. I think she wants them while he is there to teach him.
They're never going to agree to cooperate with 3 hours a week. And
Okay.
what she might get is they might file for due process and seek an order to actually implement their IEP.
What happens when that happens? I've had that filed against me, and I fared fine through it. But what happens if you are doing a medically necessary treatment and she has a note that says that?
What is the treatment?
ABA. She's doing good quality ABA and the rest of the time. And can a school order you to stop doing that and bring your child to school?
Well, are you asking me during COVID or are you asking me if in regular life?
I guess ever. They can't compel you to do that, right? I mean, how
old is the student?
5-year-old in kindergarten.
Okay, well, he's 5. So in California, I don't know what the Louisiana rule is. In California, compulsory education is age 6.
Yeah.
So in California, you don't have to do any of that and they can't do anything to you. But generally speaking, here's what I'm seeing, and I don't want to sound harsh, but I think this is the reality. I haven't talked to a single parent yet that's happy with their distance learning plan.
Yeah.
So that leads me to conclude that it's a problem with the distance learning plan, not the parents. But what the districts are doing is they're kind of stepping around the steaming pile of distance learning plan and doing what they always do, which is saying, we think he's doing well in our class. In this case, he's doing well in our distance learning program. If you want to try to get something additional from the district, you're going to have to engage with them and get what we call try and fail data. And I can tell you in California, there are a lot of parents that are really unsatisfied about their public education, and they want a private school program, and they want the district to reimburse them for it. I can promise you that the hearing officers that work for the state of California that were furloughed at points when the budget is bad are not going to award private school programs to people who don't try the district program first and create try and fail data. So that's why I'm being so dismissive and saying 3 hours a week. You don't have to do it at all. Shannon asked what happens if they file against you. Well, if compulsory education doesn't start till 6, this may or may not apply, but generally when the district files against you, they're going to have a hearing, they're going to present what their offer was, and they're going to try to get an order to force you to let them implement their IEP.
Yeah.
So either you should just opt out totally because he's 5 and do an ABA program for a year, and if in fact your ABA program can interface with some kind of online curriculum and you can do your academic learning, you'll probably get more out of that than a year of public school anyway.
I agree. I agree with that.
Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.